Welcome to Beach Yoga with Gina VanLuven. Starting with sun salutation. I'm doing this facing forward just to show you what this looks like. You can compress these times. You don't have to do it this long. You can make it as long or as short as you'd like. I like to get a good stretch, so I hold my positions for much longer. I'm going to do one more sun salutation. And let's go into downward dog. Be sure to drop your head. If you can, get your heels all the way to the ground in the back. I can't quite do that. Again, I like to hold my positions for quite a while. And then going into a plank. If you can hold this for 60 seconds, that would be advisable. Make sure your head, your neck is in line with your spine. And then go into upward dog, which technically is just resting on the top of your back feet. This is really cobra pose. And I'm doing a little side stretch. I'll do that on both sides. Just looking over the shoulder there. And now I'm going to do thread the needle. This is really great for your mid back, keeping your mid back flexible. And in the other direction. And now I'm going to do cat-cow. So this is the cow, and then go to cat. When you do this, you want to start from one end of the spine and roll to the other end. So I'm moving back to front, and then front to back. I like to do this a few times to really stretch out my back spine. And now I'm doing a lunge forward. You want to make sure that your knee is right over your ankle. You can do fists, or you can get up on your fingertips. You can also use blocks if you need to. Again, keep your neck straight so it's in line with your spine. And then going to pull back to stretch the back of the leg. If you can do a straight leg, that's great. I can't. Make sure that your hips are square. Don't twist them to the left. It's really easy to let that left hip shift out. And then we're going to go into Warrior One, which technically Warrior One is with your arms straight up and your palms facing each other. For balancing, I'm keeping my arms out. You will get more of a stretch in your psoas if you put your arms straight up in the air over your head. Or Warrior Two, and then going into a side stretch. Again, make sure your knee is over your ankles, or your ankle, and that your back foot is perpendicular. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Try to keep your hips square here. I'm shifted slightly. And again, warrior one would be better if arms were straight up. Better stretch in the psoas. I do that at home. Warrior two. And then we'll go into a side stretch. Now I'm sitting back. You can see my toes are curled under, so I'm stretching the bottoms of my feet and extending my arms out and pulling my fingers back so that I'm stretching the forearm, underneath the forearm. I'm just stretching my hands. Now you want to spread your knees open so that your body can fit down in between. And if you stretch your arms out in front of you with your palms facing up, this is a great stretch for the shoulders. And then I'm going to go into a modified child's pose. I rest my chin on my hands, but you can also rest your forehead on your hands. That might even be better for you. I like to stay here for quite a while. It really opens up the lower back. This is great to do after all of your poses. And then I'm going to go back into downward dog. I stay here for less time than at the beginning. And then after this, I'm going to go back into sun salutation. I am just walking my hands up very carefully, straightening my back to get up. A beautiful start to your day. Namaste.